layout. Now this one is in conjunction with the Crazy Craft Obsessions Rainbow Hop, and I will have everyone linked below if you want to go and check them out and see what they did for their pink monochromatic layout. Now I sort of went in, I tried to think of something different to do with this particular layout, and so I found these photos. Now, look, I went on this holiday with my brother and Taylor like years ago. I'm talking, I think it was 2005. Maybe it was 2005, maybe it was 2004, 5, somewhere around there. Anyway, what I noticed was I had these couple of photos still hanging around that I hadn't scrapbooked, and we went to South Australia and it was a road trip and it was fantastic. This particular photo lot was taken when we were at our first campsite, which was at Coonabarabran, and we were on our way to South Australia, and you know, it was a road trip basically, and we were just having fun. It was freezing, let me tell you. Yes, I have gloves on. It was freezing, and my brother was starting the fire up, the campfire, and he literally, all the kangaroos, as soon as he started it, all the roos came over and they were all hovering around the fire. It was hilarious. It's like, they're not stupid. So I pulled out this paper. It's called, it's from the Paper Boutique. It's called Perfect Partners. And this is the Dusky Pink collection. And I didn't have a lot of it left. I've used it on other things. But I figured, seeing as it was a pink monochromatic layout, I figured, you know what, I'm going to go to town with this, because my jumper in these photos, it's pink. So I figured I'd just go to town with it. Why not? Let's see what I can do with it. So I was just layering up different textures, different, you know, stars, dots, stripes, flowers, you know, just to sort of create some different interest in the background. I wasn't looking to create lots and lots of thickness or anything like that. And I had a couple of border strips, where I'd used a border punch on a previous layout. I think it was probably 12 months ago that I did that layout. Now, wow, it's all right, sorry. I'm currently recording this in my car at the AFL Oval, and the biggest, creepiest looking fly thing just landed on the windscreen. I'm not putting my window down for no one. I don't even know what the heck that was. Okay, staying focused. Sorry, I squirrel a little bit when I'm recording and I'm down here. I sort of squirrel. It's okay. I come back. Don't worry. So this literally just all fell into place. I know that sounds weird, but I wasn't trying hard and it just fell into place. So the main thing I was wanting to document with these photos and hadn't done it was, it was just really nice to be at Coonabarabran and the kangaroos around the fire. That's all I wanted when I had the photos and stuff. That's why sometimes when I scrap, it looks like I'm just taking photos of people. But when you read the story, and I don't always do the story before I take photos and stuff, but that's really all this one was for. So I figured I could go to town with the pink and it would work really well. I did struggle. I actually thought I had a lot more pink ephemera than I do. That is where I felt that I struggled. So, you got to be kidding me. Like, I have to tell you something funny. Okay, all I'm doing is layering things up. And I do grab out, now I'm using my texture paste here. This is the Crafters Workshop Light and Fluffy texture paste that I use all the time. Absolutely love it. and I coloured it with Distress Oxide Milled Lavender. I know that sounds stupid, it's a pink layout, right? But because it's dusky pink, Milled Lavender is the right shade for it, and it matches perfectly when it dries. So I'm going to say that Milled Lavender can throw either dusky pink or go really purple. So I just added these two. This is a stencil from Kaisercraft, and it's just a bunch of wispy florals. That's all it is. So it's not really, it's just adding a bit of interest in the top and bottom corner. That's all I'm doing with it. Now, this is where I start going through, and I did end up raising up the top photo up in the corner on the right hand side, and I did raise up the little Roo down the bottom there, the one that's all by himself. I did raise that one up because I did realise that I had flicked through a little bit of ephemera, and I did go on a bit of a deep dive here, guys, and I did leave it in because, to be honest, I really did think I had a lot more than I really do. So, unfortunately, I think I need to do some shopping. But the other thing is too, a lot of ephemera, when I buy the ephemera packets, I don't use it because it's not my style. So I struggle to use that a little bit. So, and I will apologise for the glare on the photos. These photos were printed way back in like 2005, 2006. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be videoing ever and have to worry about reflection. So this is the 12 by 12 sticker cardstock stickers from the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Bloom in Wild. No, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, and I don't have my book in front of me. I'll have it listed below, okay? It is listed in the description below. So if you want to know where to get that nice big Simple Stories 12 by 12 sticker sheet from, it'll be listed below. Now, this is where I went through and went, okay, I've got a little bit of cocoa vanilla here. These are the chipboard pieces. Now, I never ever use these. Never, ever, ever. And that's why they're still sitting there, because they're just not me. But when it comes to a monochromatic layout, what I have learnt is when I go monochromatic, I sort of pull things that I wouldn't normally use. So the bonus for that is I get to use up some of these little bits that are just pink. So you can see here, this is my ephemera box that I've just got where I've bought extra bits and pieces, or they came in my advent calendar last year, or, you know, something along those lines. And to be honest, these titles, these are from the Cocoa Vanilla. These are all different sprinkly bits from the Cocoa Vanilla ephemera packs. They're going back 12 months or more. And I like them, but yeah, they just don't work. So I'm pulling things out and I'm just having a look, and it's not really working. Brothers, that's going to stay as my title because it's perfect, because he's my brother, and that's perfect. Now, I'm just pulling these bits out. I went through my sticker sheets to see if there was anything extra in there that I could find, and there really wasn't. Now, I moved the hello out of there because it was too big, and I've just moved a few other bits and pieces off there because it was just too much. It wasn't... I felt like I was sticking things on there just for the sake of sticking them on there. So if you can hear anyone jumping around, by the way, I'm doing this voiceover in my car. This is my Thursday afternoon voiceover session, and Jen's jumping around in the back seat. So she doesn't have training. She doesn't have training today, so she's stuck in the car with me. But that's okay. So I hope everyone had a really good Easter. I am doing my border here, but I do change my mind because it's too light. You can't see it, and it's way too light. So I changed my mind and use a finger dobber instead. Now, I hope everyone had a great Easter. A safe Easter. We had a nice quiet one. We went to my husband's family on one day. We went to my family the next day, and it was a nice quiet one. It was good. And we did, if you joined me for the live, I did do a live on the Monday, and that was pretty awesome. I was really happy with that. It was excellent. I stress about it when I want to do a live, and I get all stressed thinking, I wonder if anyone's going to want to watch me. And then when I get off, I always say to myself, why don't I do this more often? Because it's actually fun. And you get to talk to people in real time, and you can bounce off people straight away. And you can, when you get stuck, instead of sitting there and looking for 20 minutes procrastinating, you can just say to someone, 1, 2, or 3, where do you reckon it should go? And it's in real time. It's fantastic. So what else? This weekend, my bestie comes down from Mackay. So this video will be going up on Saturday. And on Sunday, I will be spending the day with my bestie and her other half. And Morgie, she's my daughter from another mother. She is literally, I've known that child since she was 1.5. So yeah, it's great to catch up. So I think we're going to go to the beach. I hope this wind dies down a little bit beforehand. Otherwise, we'll get the old sand burn, but that's all right. So we're going to go and spend the day at the beach, have some fish and chips, something like that, and just relax, chill out. It should be good. And then back to it next week, back to school, back to all the craziness for term 2, which my kids they're looking forward to going back to school. My kids like school. So they love staying at home. They love staying at home with their mum. Who am I kidding? They love the fact that they can go straight to the pantry and just eat it 24/7. And they love the fact that they can be on their laptops. And that is so cute. That's a coolie. Sorry, you can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm watching, so I'm at the footy fields, and this girl's walking a dog, and it's a coolie. So if you're an Aussie, do you know what a coolie is? I had no idea what a coolie was until I met my husband, and his brother had one, and wow, his brother has actually had 2 coolies now, and I had no idea what they were, and wow, they are stunning, stunning dogs. Not for me though, not on the size block I have. Yeah, so anyway, so I'm just going around doing a little bit of pen work, and I'm just adding some faux sewing lines around the outside edge in the pink, just to tie in the pink, because I did the journaling down the bottom. As I said, I don't normally do the journaling until afterwards, but I did it purely to show you why I left such a gap at the bottom. So it makes sense. Because otherwise, I think sometimes if you don't put the journaling on there, you can kind of look at it and go, huh? Why did you leave that big gap there? That's why. So I left the title right into the very end to put on here because I wanted to go over it with glossy accents. And, I'm a bit of a klutz. Guaranteed I will shove my hand in it or smear it or smudge it, or it'll happen. If it can happen, it will happen to me. Guaranteed. 100%. So I pop this title down, and then that is my layout done once I put the glossy accents on. So I finally cracked open my new bottle of glossy accents. So I've managed to go through that full big bottle there. I've gone through that in 12 months. So how long does it take you to go through your supplies? A lot of people probably don't. I've just realised Jen's sitting in the back seat eating an apple. That's the noise I can hear. I've just Oh, mate, talk about content creating. I never had any idea people that create content for YouTube or any of the other platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Reels, all that sort of stuff. I had no idea how funny some of the circumstances are when you're doing it. Like, it's so funny. But it makes me so happy. I'm absolutely wrapped. And the other thing I have to mention, I'm going to do a quick shout out. We are so close. We are like 50 subscribers off me announcing the giveaway. And then we're going to have a giveaway, and it is going to happen in March. I can feel it. If we can just get 50 more subscribers, it's not even 50. It's over 50. March. Did I say March? I meant to say May. Sorry, I meant to say May. Taylor's in the car too, by the way. I'm not talking to myself. I'm actually having a conversation. Taylor's there. So in May, which is National Scrapbooking Month, I want to have a giveaway. And it's going to be for my 1,500 subscribers. So here's a close-up for you guys. There's the texture paste. It looks just right. Then with the faux stitching going around everything, it makes it sort of look like a bit of a patchwork deal. And it all matches, and you got the shiny on the brothers. Look, the photos are shiny, so it sort of just matches. The word brothers didn't bother me because it's the same colour as the kangaroos. So it just sort of all tied in. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share my page. Get your friends over here, all that sort of fun stuff. And I will be back with you on Monday with a new video. So thank you so much for watching. I did miss a couple of little flowers. I was just fixing those up. And now it's all done. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. And I will chat to you again soon. Bye for now.